Welcome into Extra Time. Shaka is here, and so is Nedum. And also joining us is Mario, who basically let everybody down because we saw Xavi Simons, of course, getting sent off for that challenge on Virgil van Dijk. And we found that the last person to which that happened, of course, where a fellow countryman fouled the player and got sent off, was Mario getting fouled and someone getting sent off who he doesn't even know existed. That was a long-winded way of describing that as well.
It was a minor. That's why I forgot about it.
There we go. Perfect.
Dan.
Yes,
Dan.
Dan.
What's your take on what Frank was saying yesterday about somebody serving a ban because
we have a question on that. Stay in your lane, Nedum.
Okay.
We'll have asked questions here.
Sorry,
Calm down.
let me just turn back in a...
There we go, right.
Yep.
We'll start Extra Time now. Welcome to Extra Time. Arsenal have led the Premier League at Christmas 4 times. On each occasion, they have not gone on to win the title. All 4 times, it was a team from Manchester that won it. City twice, United twice. Will it be different this season? Nedum.
Listen, I was a lot more comfortable with saying they were going to win it maybe 2-3 weeks ago, but in recent times it's not looked as good. Some of that's down to injuries and so on. But I'm going to back them and say yes, because even with this dip, they're still top, whereas other times they were almost like ascending. So, yeah, I think they're going to do it this year.
Mario?
They haven't showed me the biggest crack that I'm still waiting for, so I have to still. I gave it to them at the beginning of the season that they will win it, so I haven't seen the crack yet. I'm waiting for the crack. If the crack comes, I take my words back and I go, no, Manchester, you're going again.
Mario, do you agree with Stevie that Cristian Romero is not captain material? Thoughts on his red card and performance?
I think, you know what, when I watch Romero, right, I think I don't want to take away his eagerness and the drive that he has as a player, because I think that will not make him a better player. And I have seen this before happen with a Dele Alli player. You know, when they start pinching that and taking it away, I don't think we saw the old school Dele Alli anymore. So Romero, I don't want the same to happen too. But one thing I want to say is that if you're the captain, you got to make sure that your team can rely on you and staying on the pitch. You cannot lose your head like that. The way he was gone, it was almost like asking the referee, give me another booking, give me another foul, give me another. He has went through his career. He has experienced so many highs in his career already. I think he should be understanding how the game needs to be played. And I think he needs to play the game like that.
Nedum?
See, I'm not 100% sure. Was this about Stevie? Because Stevie hated Sergio Ramos as well, didn't he? And Sergio Ramos had 26 red cards for Real Madrid. So I wouldn't necessarily say somebody that takes a lot of red cards isn't necessarily captain-worthy material in that context, in my opinion.
Mario. Oh no, not Mario. Nedum, how nervous are you for Nigeria's match against Tanzania tomorrow?
Listen, I'll be honest, this AFCON just gives me like a 3-4 week break from not having to talk about Nigeria not making it to the 48-team World Cup. So in terms of nerves, I think it's going to be a real privilege to see them play international football on like a large stage, because, you know, after this is done, it might take a little while to see that again. So no, I'm not nervous about the result. I think I'll be more nervous. In fact, no, I don't care. I don't care. They're going to win. Everything's going to be fine. What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. That's nice, Nedum. There we are. Yesterday, here we go. Get ready, Nedum. Yesterday, Frank said quite strongly that Micky van der Ven must be punished for the challenge that injured Isaac because of the outcome of the challenge. Do you agree or disagree with him?
I completely disagree. Completely disagree. And I think when Frank was trying to describe it, like, obviously that's his perspective, and he said the point where he said, oh, we all agree, and I'm like, no, we don't all agree. Just because you say we all agree doesn't mean that we all agree. And the point I would use as a reference was, in my career, I actually broke someone's leg once, but it wasn't through like a dirty challenge or anything like that. It was when I was, I think, 18 years old. We were playing in the League Cup against Doncaster when I was at Man City, and the backstory is I was up for like a set piece, and then somebody played me in, and I think I took probably what is the worst first touch in the history of football, and then before you know it, I had a 50-50 with the goalkeeper. So I got there first, tried to tow it past him, and it went out for a corner, I thought, this is ridiculous, how have I just missed this? But then the referee came over and gave me a red card. And the reason I got sent off is because the goalkeeper was on the floor writhing in agony. The goalkeeper was called Andy Warrington, like a really, established Football League goalkeeper, goalkeeper and all that stuff. He broke his leg in the challenge. So I got sent off, we ended up losing the tie, but then the red card was rescinded the day after because it was just a collision that led to him hurting himself. So according to Frank's logic, I should have been somebody who would serve a longer ban, when in reality it was the exact opposite, because it was just a coming together of just two players, and he was unfortunate to fall by the wayside.
Yeah, Frank's logic are two words that don't normally go together anyway. Nedum, did you speak to the goalkeeper afterwards? Did you reach out to him at all?
I reached out to him in the end because when it happened after the game, I'd not even seen a replay of it, but he was so angry with me, and understandably so, because his leg's been broken, and he thought I must have tried to gone through him and whatever, but it literally was a collision as such. I think as time went by, I think it was Kasper Schmeichel went on loan to Doncaster, and he saw Andy Warrington, and I think they probably spoke about it, and I passed on a message through it that way. But I think in the moment, as is likely going to be the case, the amount of stress and the pain that he was in without the replays and so on, you must have very much thought that I just went and cleaned him out, which unfortunately, isn't the reality for him.
No, I understand what Frank says. You understand on that angle, but on the other side, Frank, look, when the ball is free, I'm trying to time it as well, and I'm gonna go for the challenge. So how can I talk about how Frank is saying that I would have taken the challenge too? So no, I would have gone for it, and I don't think Nicky van der Ven was deliberately trying to break his leg. He just tried to win the ball. Do I feel sorry for Isak? Yeah, of course. I want to see good players play the game. But hey, that's the game of football, right? The ball is there. He's going to have that strike. Why are you a defender? Are you a defender to play the game in the sense of stopping him from striking? Or are you playing because you want to see him strike and score a goal? No. Go for the challenge, block the ball. But he's got to work on his timing. And for Isak, I hope he gets a good recovery.
Shaka, the person who broke your leg, did you get him banned for
it wasn't a foul. With Dean Saunders, it wasn't a foul. I wasn't given as a foul. I don't think there should have been any further punishment. There was no punishment, and rightly so. It's one of those things that happened in the game. That's how I felt then, and that's how I feel now.
Did he ring you up, say sorry, buy a present?
No, he didn't.
Were you expecting a call?
No.
Oh, okay. Start, bench or drop, Mario. Shirky, Rogers, Szoboszlai.
Boy.
Oh, Cherky, Rogers,
that World Cup winner, Rogers?
It's World Cup winner.
Oh, okay. I like Rogers now, but what he's doing is like, I'm going to go from the guys in form right now, as today as we speak.
Okay.
I go in from you are hot now. So Rogers, you are hot. Right. You got to play. You scored 2 games in a row. You did it at West Ham. You do it at Man United. I got to give you your start. Then I go to Cherky. Oh my God, he's also on that. Szoboszlai, he's like maybe he's still hot, but he's still a little bit. So I will go like that. Rogers first, then Cherky, and then Szoboszlai.
Okay. Do you concur, Nedum?
Yeah, I would do, but obviously as a Man City supporter, I'm going to flip it around. So Shirky obviously has to be the one to start, obviously. And then in fairness, Rogers is Rogers. Obviously, he could start, but he would go on the bench. But as you keep saying, Dan, Rogers will lift England the World Cup this summer. So fair play to him. He's just getting warm right now.
Yes,
I know exactly. And Szoboszlai, the most consistent player for Liverpool this season, but that in some ways isn't necessarily a good thing. No. That's what I mean. Like, he's been brilliant, but they're also in a position which not many of us thought they would be in. So I think he'd have to be the one to get sold.
Shaka, you have the deciding vote.
I'm Cherky.
Okay.
And I'm picking Rogers over Szoboszlai, and I'm Szoboszlai almost being punished for his versatility because he's been asked to play in so many different positions. That somehow has seen him down the pecking order. So I go Cherky, Rogers, begrudgingly Szoboszlai.
Start, bench or drop. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day. Boxing Day is, of course, the day after Christmas Day in England. The other two, I think, are self-explanatory. Nedum, where are you going?
I think I'm gonna drop Boxing Day because there's too much insistence on people just going out and spending money all of a sudden. So it's a bit hectic.
There's a lot of sport though, Nedum.
To say the other days. Yeah, I don't care. I think I'll go for think you have to start Christmas Day and you got to bench Christmas Eve. I think that's the right order. Boxing Day has the sport and so on, but it's nice to have a break every now and again, and Christmas Day definitely provides that. Yeah, Christmas Day, start it all day long.
Mario? Oh, Mario's frozen. Shaka.
I'm with Nedum entirely. Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day.
Christmas Eve was always great, wasn't it? You go back home, you see everyone.
The anticipation is great.
Oh.
Boxing Day, you're just hungover and fat.
Pep Guardiola would not like that. That then brings us to the end of today's show. ESPN FC returns tomorrow. Shaka, as he keeps banging on about, is here all week. God knows what they're going to talk about tomorrow. But good luck.